You know what, sometimes you and I, sometimes media put more importance on things than the team does. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, you know, as much as they need to rest some players, as much as they need to get other players some experience, is there something to say for going into the postseason on a high note, or on a winning note, if you will?
Get that high tempo going, and then prove yourself to Dallas Eakins that you're worthy of being in the lineup come playoff time next week.
Anytime you look at a season for a team, people think that's one team, and it's not. You know, in an organization, so I played for almost 8 years in Philadelphia. In those 8 years, it was probably at least 3 distinctly different teams. It was not a team that I played for. It was 3 distinctly different teams with different personalities. The uniqueness of this group, because of the labor situation, there have been 2 different teams down there, and there's been a growth of the second team.
If you look at our roster, how many changes we had this year, it's a total different team. And I think even if you look at the roster or the lineup, I'm even like, I just read the numbers and I'm like, who is that guy? Like, who's this number? Who's this number? Like, you barely know some guys because they just came in a couple days ago, and it changes every day. There's new guys coming in. Every day the face of the team changes a little bit.
Toronto power play, 1:15 left in it, 6.5 to go in the period, and now Lash will tickle the twine. Second of the game, and the Marlies tie it again.
There's nothing wrong with having a tale of 2 cities, where, you know, the club largely that's going into the postseason is going to have to work every single game as a big unit and scrap it out a little bit. And they're teams that win championships in different ways every year. And this is a team that maybe is better off for having, you know, looking around the room and knowing it's going to have to be a bit of a fight each night from everybody in there, leaving it all out there to try and get to their goal.
It's probably maybe a little stingier defensively, because it has to be. But Greg Scott has emerged as a more offensive player since the labor situation. Jerry D'Amigo has scored more goals since the labor situation. And, you know, they've seen the opportunities there and simply grabbed them.
Often skating in the extra frame at Rico. Josh Levo up front with Jerry D'Amigo. Morgan Riley, Mike Motto on the blue line. 0.3 seconds left, and that will be the overtime. As for the second straight game, the Marlies and Ice Caps are headed for a shootout.
There was a ton of built-in excuses. They weren't playing for anything in the standings in the final game. There was a lot of new players, adjustments, what have you.
London, a 3-point night in here for him. Will lead off for St. John's. Left-hand shot will stay straight away. Pulls it to the forehand, and that's a blocker save by Garrett Sparks.
I think when a team is on a streak like that, it just goes to show the character in the room.
Now Stuart Percy, left-hand shot, defenseman comes up for the Marlies. He'll go wide, now fires, and he pulled Dekinich off the post, but he missed the net.
You know, we still need to work hard. This is the most important time of year. It's the most important time to get rest, to eat right, to do all the good things to make yourself a better player and a better player for your team.
Tyler Biggs, who has his first AHL goal in the building tonight. Biggs comes in, fires, and a butterfly stop by Dekinich, who gives Big a little bit of a little chirp going on there by the goaltender.
In and out, it doesn't matter who comes in the lineup, who comes out of the lineup, we still find a way to win, and I think that's what really good championship teams are about.
Maxwell for the Ice Caps, left-hand shot, Speedy comes in really quick, snaps it, and stopped by Sparks again.
We've talked so much about character, and it's become such an important part of our development model, the character that we want in that locker room.
Yo comes in, fires and scores! A snapshot from Yo puts Toronto up 1-0 in the shootout. Here comes the 5th shooter. That'll be Redmond. Coming in, defenseman, fires and over top the goal. Yes, the Marlies win their 2012-2013 final game of the season. A 4-3 final
What impresses me is they were still making changes. They were doing what they felt was necessary for the team in the long run, and they were still able to win. And I think that's a test of true character. And maybe this is a team that maybe is, depending how far they go here, and everybody would like to see them go far, is a beat the odds type of team.
I think the playoffs is the most exciting time of the year. You can't, it's the edge that you go into every single game with.
Playoffs coming, you get that excitement. It's an unexplainable feeling. Even talking about it now, I'm starting to get the chills.
I couldn't imagine not playing hockey.
Biggest part that keeps you going and keeps you driving every day, and I think yeah, the love and passion for the game just is the biggest part why you love it so much.
Going back to what we had last year with all the excitement, the fans just getting into it, and you love it. You want that feeling to last, and you know that's why guys come back and play every year, because they want it back, because it's so short. I mean, as you look back on it now, it's like it flew, like it never even happened. So, you know what? This year is a different story, and we're going to try to make it last as long as it can, and make those memories that'll last a lifetime. And we'll see what happens.